Anthony, we always start by looking back. A 2-0 victory at home to Guilsfield in the JD Welsh Cup. As you gather your thoughts from Saturday's game, happy, unhappy, a little bit of both?
Yeah, no, without a doubt we're happy. I said straight after the game, I think to you, Revs, that to get through in a cup stage, quarter-final at that stage, to get into the semi-finals is really, really important. And at the end of the day, we got that result and got through. I thought we should have won by more than the 2-goal scoreline. However, I've got to admit, credit to the opposition, I thought they were fantastic. We definitely weren't at our best. I think up until that final third, we probably really struggled to create as many clean and clear-cut chances as we are. And when we did create those chances, we didn't score or be as clinical as we would have liked. However, having said that, I think when you look at some of the results and maybe some of the upsets that happened in the quarter-final, to get through is the most important thing. We know that if performance is improved, then that gives us more chance of winning the game. But all in all, we're happy with it, but no, there's plenty to work on.
And staying with the JD Welsh Cup, because we do know who our opponent will be in the semi-final, Colwyn Bay, another team outside the top flight. We've played teams from outside the JD Cymru Premier so far. Yeah,
I mean, that's been good because it's given us a different challenge, a different couple of different away games to go to as well. I know this one's obviously on a neutral venue, but yeah, obviously that's a huge challenge with connection with Evo there, who's gone in and done really well since he's gone in there. I thought that was a fantastic result for them against Connors Key, who I think have got equal the most clean sheets so far this season. To score against them, I think was fantastic, away from home as well. And watching the highlights of the game, I think they've done really well. So big crowd was there as well, really well supported. So fair play to them and their team, and we're looking forward to that challenge. I think no matter where the teams we're playing at this stage of the competition come the semi-final, will always be a very, very hard contest. This will definitely be no different. They'll be right up for the game for a number of reasons, and we look forward to it as well. It's an opportunity for us to get a place in a final and something that we really want to go and push on and try and do as well as we can in. So yeah, we're looking forward to the game, and it was exciting seeing the draw last night.
And we are back to JD Cymru Premier action this Saturday. 11 games to go, a 21-point lead at the top, 9 consecutive wins in all competitions. It's a good place to be in.
Yeah, without doubt, it is a good place. We've improved as we've gone along, I felt, throughout the season. We've on a good run of form at the moment. But we do still know that we need to get better as well. There's plenty of things that we've been working on in training this week and over the last sort of few weeks as well, to try and get better and improve our performances, to dominate games more, to create more chances, and to try and keep more clean sheets than we have done. So yeah, there's plenty of areas we can improve on, but we're happy with where we are at the moment. We've said all along we wanted to improve on last season. We feel like we're doing that at this stage so far. So yeah, we want to continue that and finish off this little period quite strongly by going to Cardiff Met and aiming to get 3 points.
And as we take on Cardiff Met, it's an 8th versus 1st encounter in the league, but there's a 30 points gap between the teams and a goal difference swing of 51. However, the statistics are impressive, but we know that it's always a tough game against Cardiff, particularly on the road.
Yeah, of course, a long way to travel for us. We'll have to plan and prep differently this week with the travel and the overnight stay. One thing I'd say about Cardiff Met is I think they're on the back of 7 games unbeaten in the league, so that shows where they're at. You could probably say 9 games unbeaten if you think of the League Cup game that they drew but then lost on penalties. Could easily have won that game. I thought in a quite tight game with Connors Key, watching that one as well. And then I think they beat Barry in the semi-final of that cup. So that's really 9 games unbeaten really that they've had. So there are a lot of draws in those 9 games, albeit, but I think that shows sort of where they're at the moment. They're hard to break down, they're hard to beat, and they're hard to score against. So it'll be certainly a challenge for us. I know they're a very tactical team, play different shapes, and with our loan players that we've got there, especially with the younger player Lewis Rees, we're in contact with him regularly. So we watch a lot of their games, we see a lot of them, and we've seen how they've developed throughout the season. So I think it'll certainly be a challenge and one we're looking forward to.
There were a number of changes for the Guilsfield game, some enforced. Paul Harrison, Chris Marriott, Declan McManus, none of those were in the starting 11. They're all eligible this week. Are we likely to see many changes to the 11 that takes to the pitch this Saturday compared to last week?
Yeah, well, Declan McManus and Chris Marriott were suspended for last week. We would love to have played them in that game, but unfortunately we couldn't have. And then this week, yeah, they come back into contention, and they're good players and been some of our better players this season, along with Paul Harrison, the goalkeeper, who's been fantastic for us. So yeah, they're all in contention to come back in and play, but there were some good performances from Saturday and from the weeks before, so I think it'll be a challenging team to pick this week.
We've often made reference to the quality of the youngsters here at Park Hall, and you've not been afraid to blood them either in the starting 11 or bringing them on as substitutes. Are we likely to see any of those younger players featuring in the game in either capacity on the bench or in from the off this coming Saturday?
Yeah, well, look, I've said it many times before, but I think it's a credit to the academy and the good work that they're doing, that these players are only getting the opportunity if they're ready. We regularly have, I don't know what the statistics would be, but we probably should be keeping them of how many train with us regularly with the first team, first year scholars, second year scholars, even some under 16s have been in with us so far. So that's a good sign that the players are being developed here properly and being worked on and are ready to come into that first team environment. I'd need to have a look at how many debuts we've given as well, players in Europe, players in the league also. And there could be opportunities more moving forward. We do have a small squad. We've got, I think, 7 or 8 players, young players out on loan, which is great for their development, but obviously that's a big chunk of our squad that's out. We've picked up a couple of injuries in the last few weeks. So, yeah, we could see some more develop, and if they're ready and been training well, then they'll get the opportunity and they're ready to play. But we really do believe in not just getting the best talent in here to as ready-made players to come in and affect the first team, but bringing through the young players as well. And I think you can see that with the likes of sort of Ben Clark and younger players like Leo Smith, who might not have come through the academy but have come in at a young age into the team, and others that are getting their opportunity, like Woolley, who come on the other day at centre-back for us, and Jake Canavan, etc. So, yeah, that's looking good in that terms. We hold that highly, myself and Chris Sargent, and we'll be continuing to go down that theme moving forward.
And although we're speaking now on a Tuesday afternoon, a few games to go before this visit to Cardiff, what's the availability of players likely to be?
Yeah, well, we picked up a few injuries or knocks and injuries from the weekend, so we're still assessing. Ryan Brubble came off at half-time. We'll see how he is this week. Danny Redmond as well came off in the game, and John Routledge has picked up a little knock as well. So we'll see how they all are for the weekend. Hopeful on some, not so hopeful on others. So we'll see how we go with those 3. Apart from obviously Keston, who's been out injured but is back on the pitch today, doing his first day on the pitch today, which was really pleasing for him.
Well, that was actually going to be the final question about Kieran Davis. Yeah. An update on Keston's development. Yeah,
I mean, look, it's hard to put time frames on these things, I think, because it was obviously an operation on his knee. But it was great to see him on the pitch today. I know Phil, the physio's done an excellent job with him, working him in the gym, strengthening it up. And I know Keston was desperate to get onto the pitch today, and he was really pleased with that. And we'll slowly sort of drip feed him into training with the technical unopposed passing drills, building into maybe an outside man in a possession to then build up to full pattern play and full possessions and contact. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting him back. I mean, I really do feel for him this season. He's had really put his body on the line. He had an injury playing through Europe where he did excellent, some great performances there, and we nearly got through to the stage we did. One of the reasons was because of the way he played through that. So we really felt for him there, and then he managed to get COVID over Christmas, where he went to get in for the operation earlier and then had to come back. So credit to him, he's stuck to his task, and it was good to see him out on the pitch today.